Hari Om. Welcome everyone to our annual Ramayana Yajna with Swamiji. I think most of you, I can see the faces, most of you come here every year, so don't really need too much of an introduction. So I will ask Swamiji and Swamiji to come and light the diya. May I request Akalka ji to please do the invocation?
Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighram Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Now I would like to ask Swamiji to introduce Swamiji to everyone who knows him already. Swamiji, please. For those of you who don't know, I just also found out Akalka ji is batchmate for Dev and Gina. Answer.
Hari Om, I kind of have an easy job. But since everybody knows, it's not good to repeating stuff again and again. So I'll do a little bit of a history. Gurudev used to say history is his story and her story. So my story Swamiji, actually, I always feel and see him as a Torontonian. And there is a reason for it. I think it was 1989 when he, a little fellow, without any orange scars or anything, came out to one of Guruji's yagnas, and there was also one of the first Guruji's yagnas. And we had about 5.5 workers in Toronto to do the whole yagna that was held at the university. And I was roaming about on a bicycle, getting flyers and whatever it was. So after the lecture, there were not very many new faces. This new face came up and said, "Can I do something?" And I said, "Yeah, you can do a lot." And then when he came out, I saw he had a big white station wagon. So, and imagine now we come here, but we had to get everything, unload, load back at the university. So that was such a relief. I said, okay, good guy. And then I think it was 91. I actually wrote those dates, but I got them from my memory. So if I do something wrong, you please correct, okay? In shortly after, about 2 years later, I think there was Swami Swarupananda came. And there was another yagna. And then Swami Prakashananda came to see us. And we didn't have a big space like this, but we all three of us sat on one bench because we didn't have chairs. And he said, I think I decided to go and study in Bombay. So we said, great. And I know before, Swami Swarupananda asked me, what do you do? What do you want to do? And he said, I want to open a restaurant. And he said, well, make sure that it's vegetarian. He delivered. It's a very good, the best vegetarian restaurant in Trinidad now. So the first point was delivered. But before that happened, I think it was 91 when Swamiji actually joined the Brahmachari course and studied in Mumbai. Then he didn't rush back to the West. He went studying law and music and was roaming about for more than 5 years and finally decided to come back. And we Torontonians thought, okay, our Brahmachari, let him come. But sometimes your wishes come through and sometimes they don't. And I think there was a divided opinion between Swami Tejomayananda and Gurudev. And as usual, Gurudev won and sent Swami Prakashananda to Trinidad. And I think usually Gurudev's decisions are right decisions. Had he come here, definitely he would have done good work. But what he's done there, he's done total transformation. We usually here in Vedanta, we talk about inner transformation. And there was more than inner transformation. When he came to Trinidad, Trinidad was what Trinidad was for many, many, many years, isn't it? And with Swamiji's inspiration and bringing Vedanta, that wasn't easy. I remember after a few years, you try to do Vedanta, Upanishad, and Ramayana. Because from what I remember of Trinidad, spirituality, Vedanta, religion, and everything is Ramayana. So slowly, slowly, the transformation started taking place. And now Trinidad is a totally different place as far as the spirituality and the culture in its original form is concerned. I'm sure lots of work. And then this was, I forgot which year. When did you come back? 91. No. 97, yeah, that sounds better. Since then, lots of work and a real true transformation, inner and outer transformation took place. So right now, there we have 6 Chinmaya mission school, Vidyalayas, and these are the only ones outside of India, as far as I know. And I think there are about 600 kids in them. Then 3 brahmachari courses, and we have 4 students, graduates with us. So we are actually doing pretty good. I was told about the recognitions by the government, but I don't remember the names of them, so you probably know better. And but what is the last thing? And I'm not going to talk much about it, because I think Swamiji himself should do it. So the huge, enormous, modern, state-of-art high school for 800 students has been opened this year. And I think you already have about 300 of them. So I think not only congratulations, actually, this needs more than congratulations. And from our Toronto home, lots of blessings through Guru Dev and best wishes. And we hope to get invitation to come and see it. No, I wrote something else, but I can't read it. So I'll just ask you to come. Happy to have you, wonderful. And as again and again, November comes with good wishes and good, warm sweets. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. Now, without any delay, let's start our yajna. Thank you.
Okay. So.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Sita Rama, Rama Rama.
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 Hare Rama,
Ram 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 Sita Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram
Sita Rama Rama Rama
Sita Ram Ram Ram
Gajananam Bhutaganaatisevitam Kapitjambo Phalasarabhakshanam Umasutam Shokavinaashakaranam Namami Vighneshwar Padpankajam Ya Kundendu Tusharhardhavala Ya Shubhra Vastravrita Ya Vina Vardhanamandita Ya Shweta Padmasya Ya Brahmachyuta Shankar Prabhritibhi Devai Sada Vandita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nisheshajadyapaha Samast Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Hari Om Lokabhiram Ranarangatiram Rajivanetram Raghuvanshanatham Karunyarupam Ranarangatiram Shri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadye मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठम् वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
मंगल भवन मंगलहारी प्रभु सुदशरथ अजय बिहारी।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
रघुकुल रीति से दाचर आई प्राण जाई मरु वचन न जाई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बड़े भाग्यवान नुशितन पावा सुरदुर्लभ सब ग्रंथ निगावा।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
नहीं कल कर मना भगति विवेकु राम नाम अवलंबन हेतु।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
राम कथा के तेरी अधिकारी जिनके सत्संग गति नति प्यारी।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। Okay, so we are resuming this year our Ramayana, which has been going on for many years. And last time I finished Lanka Kanda. That is what I was told. So now we have to resume with Uttara. And this Uttara, though it is not as big as Ayodhya Kand or Bal Kand, there are lots of things in here. Once I heard a Puja Guruji saying also that in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there's the longest chapter. 18th chapter is the longest chapter. And one reason why he said it is the longest chapter, whatever Bhagavan Shri Krishna could not deal with in rest of Bhagavad Gita, all topics that were left out and he did not have time to deal with them and all, he put all those topics in that 18th chapter. He dealt with everything that was left out. Well, this Uttara Kanda is just like that also. This last Kanda, all sorts of topics are there. Many, many things are there. So we thought we'll do it in 2 parts. So this is Uttara Kanda part 1. We'll not take any commercial break. We'll just take 1 year break. And we'll resume part 2 next year like that. Huh? Okay. So how does Uttara Kanda start? Bhagwan Ram, after conquering this Ravan and the story and all, you all know, right? I'll just chant at the end of Lanka Kanda what happened. And then we'll go to Uttara Kanda. If you have your text, this is after 120 in Lanka Kanda. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Prabhu Hanuman Hi Kaha Budhai.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Dhari Batu Awadhpur Jai.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Bharat hi kusal hamari sunaye.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Samachar le tum chale aaye.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Turat pavan sut gavanat bhayav.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Tab Prabhu Bharadwaj bahi gaya.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Jaya Raghurama.
Jai Raghurama.
Jaya Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
Syavar Ramachandra ki jai. Prabhu Hanumant hi kaha budhai. Bhagwan called, this is the end of the voice over and everything, all the stories you know. Bhagwan called Hanumanji, they are still in Lanka. Bhagwan called Hanumanji and told, now you go forward there to Ayodhya. Tharibatu Rupa Avadhapura Jai. You go to this Ayodhya and Bharatahi Kusala Hamari Sunaihi. And Sunaihu, you tell this Bharat that I am okay, that I am coming. Because Bhagwan was worried about Bharat. Bharat had taken a sankalpa that if Bhagwan does not come back after these 14 years, even 1 day late if he comes, he will not see Bharat alive. 1 day also, Bharat used to bargain really hard. One day also he did not want to give. So Bhagwan sent Hanumanji to go and tell him, I'm okay and I'm coming. He shouldn't do anything untoward. Samachar like chali aayo. And you see how he's doing, and you come back and tell me. So this is the end of Lanka. Now, Baba Tulsidas Ji jumps over to this Uttarakhand and he picks up this story. Hanumanji has left now. So he'll take some time to reach there. Meanwhile, Tulsidas Ji jumps over to Ayodhya. And now, if you see that, now how to tell you which number it is. First Doha. First Doha of the Uttarakhand. See that.
सियावर रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम
Raha ek din. One day was left now. This is first Doha after all that invocation and all. If you're looking, there are 3 verses of invocation and then next line. Raha ek din avadi kara. Of that period, one day only was left. Atiyarat puralog. All the people of Ayodhya, not only Bharat, all the people of Ayodhya, they were so distressed with 14 years of separation from Bhagwan Ram. Jahata soch nari nara krisatan Ram biyo. Separated from Bhagwan Ram, all of them had become lean. They had all lost weight. What a good way to lose weight. All of them were worried, they were miserable, sorrowful for those 14 years. And now next line also, I don't know if you all believe in, but Tulsidas was a great believer, it appears, because throughout this is Uttarakhand, the last Kanda. Still Tulsidas talking about this, called as Saguna Hoi. Saguna, Shaguna in this language means all auspicious signs. Auspicious signs. People still believe in that, I think. Everybody may not believe, but here he'll give some definite auspicious signs and all. All the people started seeing auspicious signs and they're auspicious things. And if you don't know that whole science of what is auspicious signs or what is inauspicious signs, don't go there. Because what will happen, you will confuse auspicious with inauspicious and your life will become more miserable. So just leave it. Otherwise, learn it properly like that. That is actually what has happened to astrology and all. This astrology, people make their life more miserable with that thing rather than, because good astrologers we don't have anymore. So same thing, this auspicious signs, inauspicious signs and all. But anyway, people started seeing all auspicious signs of people in Ayodhya. And they thought, oh, something good is going to happen. Bharata nayana bhuja dachina bharakat barahi bar. Now this is a sign to Tulsidas himself. Now Bharat specifically, nayana bhuja dachin means his right arm started throbbing and his right eye started throbbing. This is the auspicious sign. For men, they say it is right side, and for women, it is left side. But I'm telling you that because you can't miss that in this Ramcharitmanas from beginning to end. Tulsidaji likes this thing somehow. Anyway, Jani Sagunamana, Harasha, Ati. Bharat became very happy. Oh, some auspicious sign. Something good is going to happen. So he became happy like that. But you see, life is like that. You know, if you accept one side of the pendulum, well, the pendulum doesn't go there, I can stay there, isn't it? So when you get inauspicious sign, now on the other side starts throbbing. Because Tulsidaji was Jani Sagun, he knew that it was auspicious sign. Then what? Mana Harashati. He became happy. But life. So that's what I'm saying. You can't, if you're taking the roses, you also have to take the, yes, it will happen. You don't expect that life will only bring roses. There's no such life. So when we get all these others, that is why Bhagavan Shri Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita, no pendulum. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam means balance, state of equilibrium. But if you choose one of those, you will not have to choose the other one. It will come complementary. So the teaching of the yogis and yoga and Jnana Marg is samatvam, balance, equilibrium, equipoise. Gurudev is to love this word. Equipoise. So Bharat experienced this thing now. And he thought, oh, something good is going to happen. But the very next line now, I want to chant it for you. And then you will see. Next two chaupais, you see, interesting. You see, what is Tulsidasji's last description of Bharatji? He got these good signs and something good is going to happen. And he's happy. Now see next line. This is very interesting insights into Ramayana. Raheo ek din avadhi adhara. Starts like that. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Raheo ek din avadhi adhara.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Samujhat man dukh bhaya apara.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Karan kavan nath nahi aayo.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Jani kutil nidham mohi vesarao.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Aha dhanya lache man par bhagi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Ram padar bindu anuragi.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Kapati kutil mohi prabhu chinha.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama.
Tate nath sang nahi leena.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Rama
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
Rahev ek din avadhi athara. One more day was left. Tulsidasji's presentation also for those of you who have interest in learning this type of thing. It is so wonderful. The way he presents it, see, there are 14 years. People of Ayodhya, Bharat, all of them, the queen mothers and everybody, they had prepared their minds to be separated from Bhagwan Ram for 14 years. In other words, they had built strength for 14 years. And they did not build even one more day of strength. It means if he doesn't come, the strength which they built was only for 14. Like that type of presentation is there. In the Tulsidaji's arrangement of words and all is so amazing. Anyway, this is how he presents. Just now I told you, see, Bharat was happy because good signs came. This last day. Next line. Samujhat man dukh bhaya apara. In very next line itself, realizing only one day is left and Rama has not yet come, his mind was plunged into deep sorrow. So what is one moment? Happiness. Next moment? Sorrow. And just at this point, I just want to tell you about the difference, and this points to the difference, and I alluded to it just now, in Bhakti Marga and Jnana Marga. In Jnana Marga, what do we say? In Jnana Marga, we say, all things are, this whole world is adhyaropita. This whole world is just a superimposition on reality, isn't it? So yogi, jnani, he doesn't take anything seriously here, isn't it? He closes his eye and he goes inside and he asks, who am I? Bhakta, what the Bhakta says, Siya Ramu mein sab jag jani. All this is Ram. So everything is real for the Bhakta. There's a difference, huh? For the jnani, all is all unreal. It's a superimposition. For the Bhakta, this is all Ram. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Vasudeva sarvamiti. All is Vasudeva. So now, for the yogi who goes inside, all this is unreal. He is always in state of bliss. So if the sky falls down, he laughs. If the sky goes up back, he laughs. But for a bhakta, because he sees everything as real, this is the manifestation of Ram, and everything in this universe is governed by dvandva, the pairs of opposite. Therefore, his mind also will also be dancing with the pairs of opposite. So you'll see, 1 minute Bharat is so happy. Next minute, the happiness quotient gone down. And the sorrow quotient has gone up. This is difference between bhakta and jnani. Now see, people ask, Swamiji, so which one should I follow? Which one is true? Which one is correct? Which is the right one? Quickly, people, that'll be the next question, isn't it? Well, the answer to that is, in Sanatana Dharma, answer to that is very simple answer only. You follow whichever one you like. There are some people who like this, to say everything is Ram. And you have to be prepared. Say to yourself, okay, some days I will be happy. Some days I will be unhappy. This is the nature of the world. And if you don't like that one, then you become yogi. You withdraw and go inside. So this is insofar as choosing. Choose based on your personality. There are some people who are, you know that, introvert, and there are those who are extrovert. And you want to make a blend of the two. Welcome. This is Sanatana Dharma. Welcome. Then next question: which one is true and which one is not true? Both are true. Both you will reach the same place. See, you can drive like this and go east on the 401 and going all the way to Montreal and Quebec and this, and you go there and you can go to New York. You can go like this, west. And you go all the way like this way, and then you go to Niagara Falls, and then you cross on this side, and you can go to New York also. But both will reach New York. And you can't say, but this, he's right, and he's, of course, going to New York, you might say he burned more gas. That's a different thing. But here, the choice is left up to that sadhaka. Choose bhakti marg, jnana marg, or any marg, whichever. The two main things which are given here in this Ramcharitamana is bhakti and jnana. So both are right, both will take us to the same place, and don't worry about see, we immediately jump to the conclusion, and this is our training in Western thinking. We immediately jump to the conclusion that one is right and one is wrong. That is total Western thinking. That thinking is not there in Sanatana Dharma. We say, up till the last moment, there is what we call dharma and what we call adharma. Do you know when Bhagavan is presenting dharma and adharma in 4th chapter, and he's telling why I come? Dharma samsthapanarthaya. When there is dharma glani, when there is a decline of dharma. Glani means a decline, right? Waning. He comes to once again re-establish that. Bhagavan does not say there, I come to eradicate adharma. What he comes, you see, there's a total misbalance like this. So what he comes to do is, again, bring about a semblance of balance. You know, like the atom, positive and negative. And in no time in history, there is ever only dharma. There will always also be adharma. What we want to do is keep a balance. People say, no, Swamiji, in Satyug, everything was so good. There was only dharma. Everybody did the right thing. Nobody did anything wrong. And then Satyug was a good yug. Satyug. That is also wrong. Instead, I tell you, the easy way to see that is, in Satyug, if it was such a good yug, such a nice yuga, 5 out of the 10 avatars came in Satyug only. And the avatar comes to do what? Remove adharma. Why has come 5 times then? 5 out of 10. You go and see. So always there is this dharma and adharma. When it gets too much, overbearing, overpowering, you know, that time Bhagavan, see, all the devatas had to go, I told you last night, had to go there and request, Prabhu, we can't bear this Ravan anymore. Do something. It became too much. But for millennia, they were bearing Ravan. He's always there. So, that when we, this question arises, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is Bhakti Marg is also right, Jnana Marg is also right. You just choose whichever you want. Don't say this one is right and that one is wrong. So now, Bhakta is, our Bharat is Bhakta. What to say? That this is the way the Bhakta is. 1 minute the mind will be like, you see that? All the Bhakta stories of Bhaktas in Bhagavad Purana and all of them, you will see. All these stories of everybody around Lord Krishna. You will see the same thing. 1 minute mind is like this, 1 minute mind is like that. And if you don't like, but you have choices also. There are other things you can do. But the other thing is, if you choose Bhakti Marg, be prepared for it. Be prepared for oscillations of the mind. Vichalit. Vichalit mind, it is called. Karana kavananath nahi aaya. He is thinking, why my Lord has not come? Bharat is thinking. So quickly, this is one more thing which is there. So many little lessons are there. Suppose you have some big, overwhelming joy. Joy is like a balloon. How many pins do you need to pop a balloon? To pop a balloon, you only need, and that not very hard also, one little. This is joy. Now, joy is like one little sorrow only has to come. And all that joy is gone. And the reverse is not true. If you have this big sorrow, no matter how many joys they bring here, correct? So now, he had this joy just now. Whole right side and everything throbbing. Tulsidas describes like that. Parakata bara hi bara. Then jana hi saguna. Harsha ati. Ati means extreme joy. And in the next line he presents like this now. Oh, why my Prabhu has not come? All joy gone. Then now not only that. See, actually, those of you who want to study psychology and study all of these sciences, you just have to study Ramcharitmanas. It's so good. See, the first thing, why my Prabhu has not come? So that thought drove away the joy which he just had. So that's the first step. It drives away the joy. My Prabhu has not come. Then next line, Jani kutila kithao mohi bisarao yau. So the mind now has to find some reason. First, he thinks my Prabhu did not come. So that's send away the joy. But then why my Prabhu did not come? Now his mind has to find some reason now. My Prabhu thinks that I am of demented mind. He perhaps is thinking, that stupid Bharat, why I'll go back there? So, and you see, mind, when it goes into, see, from joy, it went to sorrow. And the reason for the sorrow will not be any good reason, some bad reason that send it into deeper sorrow. This is how mind works. That Prabhu is perhaps thinking, I am Kutil. Kutil means warped mind. And then, Dhanya Lakshmana Barabhagi. How lucky is that Lakshman? He is there with my Prabhu Ram. And that Ram is perhaps thinking, I am of Kutil mind and left me here. So instead of the mind finding a positive reason why it is in that state, it finds a negative reason. This is the psychology of mind. And demonstrated so nicely by Tulsidas. Ram Padar Bindu Anuragi. That Lakshmana, he is a lover of the feet of Bhagwan Ram. And Kapati Kutila Mohi Prabhu Chinha. And that Prabhu, knowing me to be deceitful and of demented mind, he has Kyastate Nata Sangan Nailina. Therefore, he has not taken me. And Bharat is an exemplary devotee of Bhagwan Ram. And to Bharat, this is happening. See how his mind plays game with this devotee. And you know what do devotees, bhaktas, true bhaktas also say? Take care. If I am suffering for my Ram. That is a true devotee. If I'm suffering, I'm going through this, I'm going through this for Ram. Then you know that you are true devotee. In the end, they also say, I'm suffering because I'm suffering for my Ram. No problem. I will bear any suffering. So if you want to take that path, this is what we'll have to do. This is the only way it will work. Bharat continues. जो करनी समुझे प्रभु मोरी।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
नहीं निस्तार कल्प सत कोरी।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
जन अवगुण प्रभु मान न काऊं।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
दीन बंधु अति मृदुल स्वभाव।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
मोरे जिय भरोस दृढ़ सोई।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
मेरे है ही राम सदुन शुभ कोई।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
बीते अवधि रही जाओ प्राणा।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
अधम कवन जग मोई समाना।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
श्री राम जय जय राम।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
जय रघुराम
Jai Raghurama
जय सीताराम।
Jai Sita Rama
श्याम रामचंद्र की जय। जो करनी समुझय प्रभु मोरी। See, the mind now already is in a state of sorrow and is looking for reasons why he is in that state. And then the mind now finds negative things and he continues. Jo karani samujay Prabhu mori. And but good thing about a true devotee, it will swing on that side. But I told you, no, pendulum doesn't stay on one side. It will swing back like that. So while he's finding these negative things, he recognizes all his karma. Karma means all his things he has done, karmas. So many things I have done. So therefore my Prabhu has cast me out. But then the mind swings now next side. Then it goes. If Bhagwan, and this is one of the most significant teachings of this Tulsidashi Ramayana, this Chopai, Bharat is saying, Jo karani samujay Prabhu mori. If Bhagwan takes into account my karma, the things I have done in my life, if Bhagwan takes into account that, there is no chance, nahi nistar kalpa satakori. There is no chance in a million eons that I will get mukti. Bharat is telling, if Bhagwan takes into account my karma, in a million years, I will not get mukti. But Bhagwan never takes into account our papa karma, like that he means to say. In the next line, Jana ava guna prabhu mana nakau. Bhagwan Ram, why Bhagwan Ram will waste his time looking at our bad karma? Why he'll pollute his mind to look at what bad things we have done? This is the meaning. Eh? People talk about forgiveness and all of that thing in Sanatana Dharma and don't understand the gravity of the teaching in Sanatana Dharma with regard to forgiveness. One goes before Bhagwan, rarely goes before Bhagwan and surrenders before that Lord and tells, Lord, forgive me of all sins. Bhagwan reply will be, what sins? The one who truly goes there, He will just have to tell what sin you are talking about. Because you cannot be facing the sun and still have darkness on your face. Is it possible? This is the degree of forgiveness there is in Sanatana Dharma. Anybody who truly goes to the Lord, there is no such question as of asking for forgiveness. Bhagavan is like his son. Arun Dev is his charioteer. So Arun Dev one day asked Surya Bhagavan, Prabhu, I take you around this world every day, right? Like that, all the time, around and round, round and round. But your life seems to be boring. Just going same journey every day. You have not seen anything of this world. Like simple thing of darkness you have not seen. You don't know what is darkness. So Surya Bhagavan said, that's true. What is darkness? I told you, you don't know. You come. I'll take you. So Arun Dev took him. You come. Under my bed is always dark. Under that bed, you come, you will see darkness there. Surya Bhagavan went there to see darkness. What darkness you'll see? Under the bed of Arun Dev, there is darkness for Arun Dev. But when Surya Bhagavan goes there, where is there? Darkness. It is not possible for Surya Bhagavan to see darkness. In the same way, it is not possible for Bhagavan Ram to see Pap. So any devotee who comes there in front of that Lord, those papas are just washed away. And this is the teaching of Ramcharitmanas from beginning to end. Here, Bharat is still telling. So, all the rishis say, Surdas also sang. Avaguna chetana dharo. Surdas sings to Bhagavan, Prabhu, don't see my avagun. Because if you see my avagun means all. What is it? In English, what is that? Bad qualities, evil qualities, avagun. Don't see all my bad qualities. Because if you see, I will never get mukti. And Bhagavan says, I don't see. So Bharat is also saying, Jana avagun, devotees avagun. Word is used. Huh? Prabhu man nakau. Bhagavan never considers our evil qualities. Dina bandhu ati mritula subhav. His nature is, he is compassionate and loving towards those who are humble and those who supplicate Bhagavan. Those devotees, Jana word is used. More, now Bharat, same Bharat, who 1 minute happy, next minute miserable, no, next minute again happy. Oh, my Prabhu, he'll never consider my avagunas, my durgunas. Avaguna, durguna is same. He'll never consider. More, jia bharos soi. I have firm faith in my heart. Milihai Ram, Sadguna Suva Hoi. That I will meet my Ram because my right side is throbbing like that. Bite avati rai jo prana. But see, now again gonna look at what a papi I am. The time has gone. The 14 years have gone. And yet, my wicked prana did not leave this body. Like that. Time has gone away. And his wicked Bharat still stays in this body. I did not die with separation from my Bhagwan Ram. See in the whole thing, right? Please see the Bhakti Marg, how powerful this thing is and how it is pushing our mind in some direction. What is that? Everybody in Ayodhya, I told you in the beginning, they all became lean. They lost weight. They all muster up strength only for 14 years. If Bhagavan Ram doesn't come today, last day today is left, they will all die. So missing Bhagavan Ram They're ready to give up their life. Missing Bhagwan Ram, they lost weight. Missing Bhagwan Ram, they are miserable. Missing Bhagwan Ram, they care for nothing in this world. And in our life, sab ulta hai. Everything is reverse. We miss every other thing in this world except Ram. You'll see, we go somewhere, we take a little trip and we go I'm missing my own bed. I miss my mother. I miss my father. I miss my children. We miss every other thing except Ram. See where these bhaktas are and see where we actually those lines in Shastras, they're good to measure for us to measure our own spiritual evolution. If I really miss all things and I never miss Bhagwan, that means I still have a long way to go. See everybody here. All simple things in this Ramcharitmanas. Dasharath Ji Maharaj usually comes out at 4 a.m. He comes out of his palace at 4 a.m. because all the poet musicians and the what you call Vedic Pandits and all, they are ready to chant all Brahma Muhurta mantras and all, because the king comes out at that time. So they're all waiting. And that night when Kaikeyi asked for those boons, Dasharath Maharaj soon collapsed. And at 4 a.m., he did not come out. And all of them were standing there. So he did not come out at 4 a.m. and everybody was surprised. But in today's world, if we come out at 4 a.m., everybody will be surprised. No, what's the what? It's a wonderful thing. 4 a.m. you came out? What? This is a surprising thing. But see, and the Shastras tell we should get up early, little all things just in the practices and in the pages of Ramayana for us to learn all little things about life. Anyway, so now here the devotee has become lean and thin and all this separation from Ram. Ram Biraha it is called. And I don't know if you know, but this Biraha word, which comes in this Ramcharitmanas, Biraha word is a big word in North India, UP, Bihar, and in Gujarat, and so many places. The Biraha word, so much so, this word, Biraha means pangs of separation. Pangs of separation. This word has become so big that they have made a whole music genre called Biraha. It means you have a whole class of music that only expresses Biraha, pangs of separation from the Lord. So that is a big following kind of thing. In other words, see how far my devotion should yet, or has yet to evolve, where I developed this Biraha. This is what Meera, this is what Surdasji. So many of the bhaktas used to have. Ram Krishna Paramahamsa in modern times, he used to roll on the sand, roll and cry. His mother is not giving me darshan. So this Biraha of the people of Ayodhya is still expressed even in modern times by Sri Ram Krishna Paramahamsa. Our devotion has to be like that intense. You see? So, not miss, if I'm still missing little things, oh Vapre. Little things in life I'm missing, I can't do. Then still so much of evolution has to come, you see? Ram Biraha Sagar. So she describes poetically this Biraha word again, so many lines and all. Then, this is now number 1 Duha. The number is 1. See. Ram Birah Sagar
शरणं पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय शरणं.
Hanumanji now arrives. So now Tulsidas ji introduces Hanumanji in Uttarakhand now only. Rama Birhab Sagar Maha, seeing Bharat drowned in the ocean of Biraha. See, Biraha word is one word in Hindi and Sanskrit. Huh? But then in English, how you will say in one word? Pangs of separation. Huh? It's very difficult to put that in one word. Pangs of separation. Any word you could think? Huh? That's a Trini word. No? She's finding a Trini word for that. Trinidadian. So it's very difficult. So Hanumanji, so when I tell you the meaning now, I can use the word directly so you can just translate in your mind. Rama Birha Sagar. Hanumanji sees Bharat now drowned in the ocean of Biraha. Then Bharat Mana Hot, immersed, drowned. Vipra Rupa Dhari Pavana Sutta, it took the form of a Brahmana and came there. Ayahu Gayahu Janu both. And Hanumanji came like, see, he's drowning. When you're drowning, you need a boat. Some floating device. Hanumanji came there like a boat to save this Bharat who was drowning in this ocean of Biraha. Baithe dekhi kusasana. Jata mukut. Gat. Lean body, thin. With the jata, Bharat is sitting on a kushasan, means grass of seat of kusha grass, sitting there. Ram Ram Raghupati Japata, and chanting the name of Ram. Shravata Nayana Jalajat, and tears streaming from his eyes. This is Bharat's state Hanumanji is seeing. So this Ramcharitmanas also, Tulsidaji said in the beginning, in the Balkand. Now this is Uttarakhand end. And 2 times, that there and here. Crying. Crying for what? Bhagwan. Only crying we should cry in this world is for Bhagwan only. And in our case, we cry for everything except Bhagwan. We should cry only for He's there, I'll tell you. Mama guna gavat pulak sarira.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Mama guna gavat pulak sarira.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Gad gad gira nayana bahanira.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Thinking about Bhagwan Ram, singing his glories, singing his praises and all, our voice should become choked and Nayana Bahanira, tears should flow from our eyes. But this Ramcharitmanas says only for Ram, for the Lord. So here, chanting Ram Raghupati Japata, doing japa of Ram, Shravata Nayana, Jalajat, his lotus eyes streamed tears. This is Bharat's description. Hanumanji sees him for the first day. Kat Hanuman Ati Harashev. Harashev. Shev means when he saw Hanuman, he became, no, he did not see Ram. He saw Hanuman. Bharat saw Hanuman only. Then Pulakagata lochana jala Bharashev Manamahu Bhaut Bhanti Sukhamani Boleu Shravan Sudha Sama Bani Jasu Biraha Sochahu Dinad Rati Ratahu Nirantar Guna Gana Pati. Hanumanji approached this Bharat, and just the sight of Bharat, Hanumanji, just the sight of Hanumanji, Bharat became happy. Just like when our Sugriv had sent Hanumanji to see who is this Ram and Lakshmana. Who are these two people walking down here? When Hanumanji came there, he told to Bhagwan Ram, I don't know who you are, but just the sight of you makes me so happy. Like that. It became so happy just to see. So now Bharat seeing this Hanuman, he also became happy. Like that. Pulakagata lochan jala. But his hair stood on ends and more tears came from his eyes. Manamahu bhautabhati sukhamani. And he considered himself to be blessed to get darshan of this Hanuman. And now Hanumanji said also, Are, the one for whom you are crying, the one for whom you are lamenting, the one whom you are missing, he is coming. He's on his way here. Raghu Kula Tilaka Sujana Sukadata Ayav Kusala Dev Munitrata. That Raghu Kula Tilak, Bhagwan Ram, who is the crest jewel of this Raghu dynasty, the one who is Sukadata. Sukadata means the one who gives joy to the whole world. Ayo Kusala Dev Munitrata, the one who protects all the rishis and munis, whose love for all rishis and munis. Rupuranaji, this last night I was telling you, he's coming. And this is the important thing we should not miss. He's coming after having killed this Ravan. He's coming, in no sense to say he's coming and he did not kill Ravan. Who will announce also? Suppose he's coming and he did not kill Ravan. Nobody will want to announce. So Hanumanji announces, after having killed that, Ripurana Jiti means after having killed the enemy on the battlefield. He's coming. Sujasu, Sura Gavata, and all the gods sang his praises. That Ram who killed that Ravan. Sita Sahita Anuja Prabhu Avat. Along with Sitaji and that Lakshmana, they have as though come already. So don't lament. Don't worry. That is the idea. This is Hanumanji's job in this Ramayana. Hanumanji's job in this Ramayana is to bring joy to everybody. See the sorrow, he is sunken. Hanumanji brings joy. See the sorrow, Sitaji was sunken in Lanka. Hanumanji brought that message of joy. Then Bhagwan Ram is sunken in sorrow on this side. Came back to Ram, brought the message of joy. When told Sitaji is fine. Hanumanji's job really is to bring, this is joy of all brahmacharis actually. Brahmacharis should bring joy only. Should. So, he brings joy wherever there are two types of people in the world, Those that bring joy wherever they go. And second type is those that bring joy whenever they go. We have to see which type we are. So, he brings joy wherever he goes. And now see to Bharat also. It is a great punya karma, is a great what meritorious deeds for a human being to bring joy to others. Otherwise, we are really born selfish, and most people live their life selfish way down to the grave also. This is the one mark or one sign that in this lifetime, I have removed selfishness from my life. Let me just go back a little bit and tell you about that thing. It's very interesting. You know, we are born 100% selfish. 100%. That child, when he's a baby, hungry, he doesn't care where his parents get milk. Beg, borrow, or steal. I want milk. When he is hungry and he gets the milk, he doesn't care if that other child hasn't had milk in a week. He gets the milk, he drinks. So we are born like that. Therefore, you see some little children like that, you'll see. When other children are coming, they hide their toys. Have you seen that thing? But that is okay, because all jivas, all creatures are born selfish. That is fine. This is nature, prakriti. So the jiva, as he lives that life, he's supposed to evolve in such a way. And loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Bhagavan is telling to Arjuna, Arjuna, right now you are displaying that same basic and fundamental selfishness. You are only thinking about yourself. In effect, that is what Bhagavan is telling to Arjuna. Big grown man. Because he's thinking only of himself. How can I kill my people? In the past, you have killed many people. Many he had killed. But how can I kill my people? So the selfishness came out. So Bhagavan tells this line in the chapter. You look toward the benefit and welfare of the world, humanity. Loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan. Seeing their benefit, not yours. This is the beginning of the stages of evolution from the selfish being which we are born to an unselfish, selfless being. And that involves and includes forgetting my joy and thinking about the joy of others. This is what it amounts to in Bhakti Marg. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is tying everything to Arjuna's duty there. You're supposed to not think about you and yours, think about the welfare and posterity. If Bhagavan did not change Arjuna's mind, today we would not have a Bhagavad Gita. Tomorrow morning there would be no chapter 15. So he transformed his mind. Amma was talking just now about that transformation. Rehabilitated Arjuna's mind. So that selfishness went away and he started, oh, nashto moha smritir labdha. My delusion has gone away. Now I will do as you say, Prabhu, like that. So Bhagavan did a wonderful job of transforming his mind. And this is the same thing here now. Hanumanji is the character that represents that most unselfish being in this Ramcharitmanas, whose job is only to bring joy to others. Throughout this whole Ramayana, this is what he's doing. Sugriva is there, shivering on that mountain, Rishyamukh Parvat. And he goes down. Hanumanji goes down, meets Bhagavan Ram. Not only brings joy incarnate. Ramante iti Rama, the one in whom all revel. He brings that Rama to Sugriva. So throughout Ramayana is this thing. So now the two of them meet. Hanumanji tells, you stop this crying. Bhagavan is coming. He's as good as come already. And now Bhagavan makes his way to Ayodhya. Last night we saw some of this, because that is when all things, I think all of you were there. So tomorrow we will just briefly do that and then we'll move on. Okay. My time has elapsed. And tomorrow morning we'll be having chapter 15 continuation. I was doing chapter 15 previously with Shankara Bhashya, the Bhashya written by Bhagavan Shankaracharya on chapter 15. So I think we finished 15 verses of 15. That is what I was told again. So we'll just continue from verse 16 and we'll finish that in this week. Okay, starting tomorrow, 6:15. Every 15 is coming everywhere. To 7:15. Okay. Aarti? Announcements? Okay.
Because
Okay.
Hari Om. Thank you, Swamiji, for transporting us to Uttarakhand. It's a continuation of yesterday's program, very well blended in there. Thank you. We have a number of sponsors. Actually, we had a list earlier. We're going to project again, hopefully. But any sponsors who are here today, please come forward to join in the Aarti. And we are very, very, very grateful to all the sponsors, because without them, it will be difficult to bring programs like this around. So thank you very much. Now we can have Aarti. Please come forward.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की। आवत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद वाल्मीकि ज्ञान विशारद सुख सनकादि शेष अरुसारद बरनी पवन सुत कीरति मीठी।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश छौ शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को रस मुनिजन धन संतन को सर्वस चार अंश सम्मत सब ही।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की।
गावत संगत शंभु भवानी परुघत संभव मुनि विज्ञानी। व्यास आदि कवि वर्जब खानी कागभूषुंडी गरुड़ के।
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति
विषय रस फीकी सुर्ग सिंगार मुक्ति जुबती की गलन रोग भव मूरी दांत माक सब विधि तुलसी
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुडध्वजः मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं मंगलायतनो हरिः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम बोल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव।